even though I have no coherent thought. Hello, welcome to the Pond Bird YouTube channel. For those of you joining me for the first time, welcome. I hope you find something here that you like. And for those of you, any of my 13 subscribers who are coming back, welcome back. So happy to see you. This is weird for me because I don't think I've ever done a like state of the channel, because again, 13 subscribers, like who even cares? 13 of you maybe, but as part of my like screaming into the ether, if you can call it that, I want to just sort of put out there my goals and my plans for next year, because I'm actually at a point where I can not necessarily commit to doing like everything that I want to do, right? Who is able to do that? But I am at a point in my life where I can, have hobbies, which was not the case for quite some time. This work stuff, working crazy hours most of the year, any of those in public accounting, especially tax. You got springtime, you got summertime gearing up for the fall, and then you've got the fall, and then you've got the wintertime, which gears up for the springtime. So it's really, these past couple of years have been garbage, and I got incredibly burned out, which is about as far into that as I'll go right now, because that's not the point of this video. But I want to, I'm getting back into having hobbies, which is a good thing. So, and part of the reason that I'm doing this video, this one specifically, is as an accountability thing. I oftentimes get these big plans and, all these projects that I want to do in my head, right? Rarely do they actually come to fruition, materialize in any sort of real way, or as this has happened in the past with this channel, in my Twitch and all of that, I just stop for whatever reason. It largely has been due to demanding work schedules, but also, personal life got in the way a couple times and just made it so that I really just didn't want to deal at all. And so I didn't for a while. But now I've got the itch, and I want to try and make it not permanent, but make it regular, make it consistent, and not just get on it and then drop off, which has been sort of my MO, not even just in this, but, my life so far. Anyways, I don't want to get too deep into the whole, video journal type of thing right now in terms of my my mental, because again, that's not the point of this video. But maybe that could be, if anyone out there finds that sort of thing helpful or cathartic to hear someone else talk about, their struggles or whatever, it might be an idea for in the future. But so accountability is this first thing, because I want to make sure that I'm putting out there what I intend to do, and then, all 13 of my subscribers are going to hold me to it. But then also, if anything that I talk about, here on in sounds interesting, and you're not already part of my 13, consider subscribing if anything sounds interesting, and you'll be able to see when these things actually do come to fruition, because I have actual plans to get this stuff to fruition. Anyways, the actual content stuff that I want to do this upcoming year is, I have an outline here. It's amazing. I don't do this normally. So the gaming stuff, right, is going to be a big part of it. I plan to get a consistent Twitch schedule. I don't know exactly what that's going to be, but I'm going to be over there and playing games when I'm playing games. I'm anticipating finding an actual like schedule, you know, whatever, however many days it ends up being. I don't want to get into it too much too early because I think that's sort of been my problem previously, was trying to do too much at the start and not sort of ramping up, gearing up into making it a habit, because habits don't form for me. Um, so, you know, a lot of the gaming stuff that's going to be over here, I think, is going to be like Twitch VODs, maybe some YouTube exclusive stuff. In fact, I actually have some game footage that I recorded a couple weeks back for Skull the Hero Slayer. Fantastic game. I'm very much obsessed with it right now, and I want to, you know, edit those down and make them palatable for a YouTube sort of format. So there will be some YouTube exclusive stuff there. Don't know how much or what the split is going to be once, you know, I get into sort of habit and routine. But, you know, games will be here. In terms of what games, I love my roguelites. You know, Dead Cells, I think, was the first thing that I tried to do on this channel. Like I say, Skull the Hero Slayer is so much fun right now. Binding of Isaac. Also, Pokemon Unite, big into that one. There's a truck going by. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Pokemon Unite is a really fun one for a sort of semi-competitive flavor every now and again, but probably not too much, because I tend to get a little too over-competitive when I play those sorts of games for any length of time. So, you know, it's basically just going to be whatever I'm feeling at that time. Maybe some chill stuff, Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, other Pokemon games, maybe. I don't know. Just whatever I kind of feel like at that time. So apart from the gaming stuff, I'm really excited to start a garden out in my backyard. I have this about a third of an acre here. I'm in northern Florida, north central Florida, and where it's like 40 degrees right now. It's freezing. But I'm excited to be able to use this land and grow flowers and pollinator friendly, you know, annuals and perennials, some food. You know, I would love to be able to get, probably not be like self-sufficient, especially not at the start, but, you know, as something to maybe work towards, maybe becoming self-sufficient on my produce, you know, growing enough salad greens and root crops and winter vegetables and onions, garlics, herbs, like all those things, to be able to make it to where the only things I would go to the grocery store for are like prepared things or stuff that I can't grow myself. I don't plan on having like chickens. I don't think I have quite enough space that I would want to dedicate to that. And it's, again, the curse of trying to do too much too quickly, which I'm trying to not burn myself out again. So, you know, a lot of this, especially early on, is going to be the getting started phase. It's almost late December now. So I think it's a prime time to start getting out the beds that I want to do, the plots, getting them ready for a spring planting in about March-ish. Potatoes in by Valentine's Day, which, you know, you gotta know. Yeah, so we'll see the getting started portion. We'll see. There's going to be a ton of challenges. I already know that. Hopefully some successes that I'll be able to share with you guys. There's also, in my city, there's a community garden that I'm going to be signing up for and doing some things there. I'm not sure exactly what the difference of those are going to be. Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm not sure, because the backyard, I'm thinking, might be more experimental stuff. Maybe I'll do it the other way. Maybe the staples will be here at the home, which actually kind of makes sense because I'm going to be using them and eating them, and then at the community garden could be maybe a place to experiment and get feedback from other gardeners in the community as well. So, picking their brains and getting any advice that they have to share will be invaluable for a greenhorn like myself without very green horns. Anyways, um, with the gardening stuff, I would love to do some cooking content also. Whether that's just from exclusively stuff that I grow and produce myself, or maybe otherwise I just love to cook and I love to eat. So that could be something fun to do. I'm not the main things that I want this channel to focus on, at least at the start, are going to be the gaming and the gardening, homesteading light, like not really going for true self-sufficiency. I think, at least not at the start. Maybe something to build towards, but like thinking about maybe putting in solar panels, maybe doing some water catchment or retention or tank reservoir system, because I am on a well, so it might be useful to have some reservoir perhaps. But so then cooking, it would be a sometimes food, I guess, if you want to call it that. Other things that that may make an appearance that I sort of have inklings of thoughts that might not be fully fleshed out yet, but I'm still interested in, that I want to maybe bring to the channel, would be, for example, music. I love music. I have always been a musician ever since middle school. I actually went to college for French horn for a year before I, again, got burnt out and switched to accounting, and then now I got burnt out, and now here I am. So anyways, this is really neither here nor there. But, I play my guitars. I have a bass, an electric, an acoustic. I have an electric drum set that I really suck at, but I want to get back into playing. And, maybe there's some overlap there, because I know my electric drum set hooks into Clone Hero to play Guitar Hero, drum tracks and learn learn drums while playing essentially Guitar Hero. So, there might be something there. Again, it's not fully fleshed out, but just sort of an idea floating around. I want to do outdoorsy stuff. I want to do fitness things. I want to, being in this sort of north central Florida area, we're really close to a lot. There's rivers, there's lakes, there's springs, there's the beaches not too far away. There's, prairies, there's sinkholes, there's all kinds of stuff. So another thing that might pop up here and there are pickleball. If you ever heard of the gentleman's sport known as pickleball, it's basically halfway in between tennis and ping pong. My mother, who is in her 60s, introduced me and the rest of my siblings and all to it, and we're hooked. Straight up, we absolutely love playing pickleball, and dare I say, sometimes we're pretty dang good at it. So that would be in the future, not anytime soon, I don't think. And it would be sort of, in my mind, I'm picturing like a highlight, just a clip video, some of the best points of that day, and just like set up a tripod or something to catch some points. And because some of the shots that we hit are like disgusting. So I think that sort of thing is fun in the moment. I don't know how well that would translate to this sort of format, but who knows? This is all experimental anyways, and it's yeah. I don't know, maybe beard care at some point, although as you can tell, I'm well overdue for a trim and a shaping, especially down here. It's curling every sort of which way, and it's weird. So yeah, I don't know, maybe don't listen to me for beard care, because I just grow it and don't really, I groom myself well, condition every day and oil it, but yeah, so I keep it clean, and it's nice and soft, and it's not itchy at all, and I enjoy having a beard. It's the first time in my life I've had a beard, because I was afraid to grow one for my entire life up until this past year. Anyways, that's maybe a topic for another thing, but the bottom line for this, and where I sort of want to wrap up, is that what I'm going to put on this channel, although predominantly it's going to look like gaming, and is going to be number one, probably a vast gulf between that and number two, which is gardening, because that, by the nature of it, it's going to be slower to get that content and get it ready for dissemination. So I don't know. It's going to look primarily like those are the focus of the channel, but my goal is for this to be a whatever the hell I want sort of a channel. Anything that I happen to come across that I am very interested in, that I want to hyperfixate on and dive deep into and talk to people about, and share what I learn, right? I want to get that out there, and invite commentary from you, the viewers, if you have any sort of expertise or questions or anything that you're particularly interested in that you want to learn about. And shoot, I probably want to learn about it too, because that's the kind of dork that I am. So yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna wrap it up. Again, just putting this out there so that my 13 subscribers will be able to hold me accountable for everything that I don't do. I can look back on this as the year progresses, but definitely sort of as a year in review for 2024, and see how much of this I actually have been able to do, and where I fell short, where I can improve, and yeah, because that's what this grand journey of life is all about, right? It's just consistent and constant improvement, just trying to be the best sort of version of yourself that you can be. And that got very, I guess, philosophical there at the end, but I'm okay with it. I think that's it. I do think that's it. Yeah, so stay tuned. If consider subscribing again, if anything that I've talked about sounds like it could be interesting. It would mean the world to me if anyone else on this website thought that what I'm planning on doing here sounds interesting. That would just be great. Oh, and obviously things are ongoing given the state of the behind me, the frame behind. Well, and that's another thing. The content that I'm gonna put out there is not gonna be sterile, right? It's not gonna be perfect. It's gonna be some guy who wants to share what he's doing, so sort of a video journal type of thing, and share it where some people might get some entertainment from it. So I apologize for the frame behind me, but I moved in here not too long ago, and it's very much a work in progress. Anyways, now I'm just rambling because I don't know how to end this video. But that's going to be it. So stay tuned. Consider subscribing if you'd like to join me on this journey. And yeah, hope you all have a wonderful day. That honestly, even though I've lived here most of my life, hang on. Oh, I got something in my eye. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, editor, cut that part out. I'm the editor. It's going to be me, and I don't know how to edit shit, so that'll be fun.